It's your boy Bleeve. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing. Getting sideways like a bridesmaid, and she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom. Something like a wonderland, understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, everybody? I hope that you are having a good evening. This is an impromptu live stream. Didn't plan on doing anything tonight, but you know what? We got a launch on NGN. NGN is up 251% right now on the launch, and we got all the goodies going on right now. So we got NGN up 251%, 515% on the 24-hour right now. You got to dig in, of course, a little bit smaller. Let's do some 5-minute chart and see what it looks like. So you got the nice little moon at the beginning. Spoiler alert, I got in 2 cents. So I'm up almost 7x right now. Feeling pretty good about that. But here's the great part, right? This is legitimately how rook some of these people are, right? So there's a whole bunch of buys that happen like in the first bunch of seconds, right? There's like 23, 24 buys when this thing launches, right? And some people in Telegram, the people in Telegram are like, well, how could so many people have bought before before it was announced in Telegram? So obviously people just don't understand how communication works, or they don't understand how Uniswap. So the liquidity got injected, and it takes whatever amount of time, right? And then people were sitting there spamming so they could get in early, right? So then a bunch of people got in like super early, and of course we had a max buy set up. The maximum amount you could buy was a specific amount, so they went with max token buys. And somebody's asking like, well, how did all these people do this? It's just kind of crazy. Now there is an exit tax of 40% if you want to leave in the first 24 hours, because the purpose is to try to pump the chart, not to dump the chart. So that in 24 hours, chart is going to come way down. And it was announced in the Telegram before anything launched, before anything was done, exactly what's going on. And Crypto Dreams, like, just, not for nothing, but nobody's entitled to scalping, right? You're entitled to following whatever rules or guidelines that a crypto outlines. So if a crypto outlines that for the first 24 hours, there's going to be an additional 30% sales tax, then for the first 24 hours, there's going to be an additional 30% sales tax. Then after that, it's 10% in, 10% out. So it's fair, it's upfront, and there was a launch right away. So then we've got we've got somebody crying about somebody from Phantom or Goat not being able to have tokens. So that got a little bit weird. That's yeah, that got a little bit weird. So yeah, it is absolutely crazy. Yeah, this is and listen, this is what do you call this is like this is where like the dirtbag army comes for whatever crypto that they don't like because they're mad at somebody and stuff like that. So you can see them there crying about it. Give me 1 second here. All right, there we go. Yeah, dude. Some guy was in there like, well, if you're such a supporter, why aren't you buying tokens? And I said, as part of the condition of me doing a partnership with them to do videos and stuff like that, I was given 5,835 tokens, which was $116. And if y'all think I'm working cheap like that, you better get away from that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not working cheap like that, but I did want to do. I did want to do. You know, I wanted to have like a small bag or something like that because my hope would be that if it goes to $1 or something like that, then it'll be perfect for staking, and maybe it would yield some rewards and stuff like that along the way. As you guys know, I don't sell, so I'm not one of these weak-handed Jeets like these other guys. I hold on to it, and especially during a bear market. Like I'm not going to get rid of tokens. Very many tokens. I did sell my Saitama at one point because, the whole thing with the wife and the beating me up, and I beat him up, and actually we were having a threesome with the Coke Princess dealer. It's crazy stuff that was going on, So that was just a little bit. That was a bridge too far. Oh, and so my phone is all jacked up, and it doesn't work right. So I've been arguing with Google all day long. Google shipped the phone to me while pretending that they hadn't released my phone yet. So, hey, what's up, Space Chick Crypto? What is going on? Are you going to be over at Game Bangers in an hour? Because I'm going to head over there in just a little while. Oh, I have a little problem with. I don't have a phone right now. I don't have a cell phone. My phone just basically got wrecked. You know what I mean? right. There we go. All right. So, David, I don't know that Bitcoin is going to go very, very, very crazy. I'm waiting for the moment. Like, I think there's, it looks like it's ready to pop, right? But they've been working real hard, and they've been working real hard to try to prevent anything from mooning right now. So you come over here, and we'll take a look over here while we're messing around. But you can see right here, like we just, so this right here was a perfect move, right? This was a massive pump into the market, took it up to 23,005, wrecked a whole bunch of shorts, right? As soon as that happened, everything calmed back down because the shorts, like everybody came in. There is a big fight trying to get this thing. There's a faction, obviously and clearly, trying to prevent this thing from pumping because they're going to get wrecked. I mean, you gotta understand here. Not to get too far off, not to get too far off NGN, by the way, but if you come over here to CoinGlass and you kind of look, and you look, this is how much got wrecked so far today, right? And you just want to look at Bitcoin, but you see here, in 12 hours and 24 hours, there were 45 million wrecked. And as you can see down here, it's who got wrecked on where, right? This is on January 26th. So, and it says Binance, 20 million shorts got wrecked. OKX shorts held up well. Bybit shorts got wrecked. Hobie, looks like the longs got wrecked. BitMEX, the longs got wrecked. Durbit, the shorts got wrecked. And CoinEx, it was basically a tie. So, and that's, oh shit, that's yesterday. By the way, that's not real time. Let's get, let me see if I can get period. Oh yeah, it's going to be tomorrow before we get an idea of what happened today. But it said once we started talking about that, it didn't make much sense because I think some longs got popped today, but I think a majority of what got popped was this move right here to the upside, and this move to the upside. Like, you got to consider, we started. Where did we start? We started right here. So there's not a lot of leverage in these positions right here to start wrecking people, right? So the only wrecking that had to be done was this move right here, which goes from 22 up to like 23.1. Like, maybe you wreck a little bit and then you go up to 23.5. So, maybe you're wrecking some of these short positions on the way up here. And then nobody's creating a short, or very few people are creating shorts right here to get liquidated down in this position. But some, I mean, that's probably the symbol at 23.5. People probably did as much as they could. And that probably indicates why it's moving the way it is. Now, you can still see that we're in this bullish sort of move, right? And then you've got this part right here, which is just topping, right? So if I'm right about this position, and, there's always an argument to be made about moving this thing around just a little bit here, a little bit there. But if I'm right, then this breakout is coming Saturday at 3 a.m. Jesus Christ. So if I'm right and we're breaking to the upside, it's going to be at 3 a.m., which, if you watch me for any length of time, that's when the European markets basically open up, or when they wake up in order to trade. Now, it's going to be Saturday, so you're not going to see, I don't know that you're going to see a whole lot happening. I don't know if you're going to see these big-ass candles like you saw over here. But, that seems to be the spot right there for a breakout. Now, this is considering that what we see going on right here is not invalidated in the next little bit, right? But if we have a wedge, and in that wedge, it's an ascending wedge, then we're probably in shape for a breakout up here. And 25 is the goal. I got 24.3 up here. That's just the resistance, but 25 up here is the goal to go for, right? So we'll see what happens, but now the good thing though is if you were wicked smart, like Maki Mock says, if you were wicked smart, then you got in on NGN before this thing got started. And by the way, I do know because, you know, at partnering with these guys, I was able to get the quote unquote 411 and the info to. Oh, somebody got wrecked hard. That's crazy. And when I say wrecked, don't mean that they didn't make a profit, because if you're just losing 30% and you 7x'd it or 6x'd it or something like that, you're in a pretty good position. And nobody's going in heavy because this is a startup, right? But if maybe we can attract some whales, you know, we might be able to see this thing kind of pump, with the idea being get it to 1 million, then maybe we can get it to 2 and then 5, and then move from there. But but the important thing is, I talked to the bosses here today, and they were serious about some big time exchanges, and I was not ready to hear what I heard from them when they started telling me about the exchanges. Like, dude, there's a playbook, right? There's this yeah, you can see my screen. It's right here on the screen. Am I not sharing it? Dude, I swear that I'm sharing the screen. Maybe I'm not. No, it's green. Okay, hold on. Let me get some red in here. Okay, on my screen, I can see red. So let me turn this, let me stop sharing, and then let me share again. Oh, only that. Okay, so, well, then there you go. Aha. Okay, some people are sharing, some people are not. Y'all need to pick a room. Anyway, we're going to go back to NGN, right? So they're being listed. They're being listed on several bigger exchanges to start. So I was like, you know, I have like quote unquote a playbook. Like, you know, if you want to list on a few exchanges, you find the ones that are best suited for a meme in that kind of space, and then you list on those. And then once you've listed on those, then you start to build from there, right? And then that affords you the opportunity to expand to other ones. Well, these guys were like, no, we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead to the bigger ones. And I was like, okay. Then they told me who they were listing on, and I'm like, those places will churn millions of volume per day, which is insane, right? Like what I always want to see, what I always want to do is I want to be in a startup. I want to give. Now there's no picture. Dude, I think it's everybody else. Yeah, David, if it breaks out the way that it was supposed to, it'll be 3 a.m. But I always want to be able to put in, because look, my original investment in Volt was like $150 or something like that, right? So my $150 is now 7,000 something. So you know what I mean? Like at one point I was up 100x. I was up 200x at one point. But yeah, it's crazy, and I would like to see BCB do a big dump too, because it's, yeah. I don't know, man. But I always want to get back into one and just let that thing moon, let that thing go. So I think I'm in one right now. I know what these guys are planning, and I know like this is a long-term sort of thing, with the idea being relationships with other tokens, and with investment, and with increasing like your wealth. Like, you know, one of the things that would be very cool, right, is to have, you know, let's say I've got $116. They gave me on launch 5,835 tokens. That was a total of $116, right? Because I have a partnership with them, and I want just a little bit so that I have a few tokens so that they're sitting there, right? Just in case anything really dramatic happens. You always want to have something, right? Not because I want to sell them, because I don't need to sell them. I already have a partnership. What I do have, is a real thirst for what do you call that? Staking. To set something and stake it, and then just start to earn yield and start to earn rewards, right? because I'm doing that right now with BRL. Now, BRL doesn't pay huge, but BRL pays okay. I mean, it gives you a couple of bucks. But if you get one that's really, really good, that's really, really heavy in staking and is creating some yield, which, by the way, BRL at one point, I think is going to do that. It's going to create some enormous rewards. So when that happens, when all that stuff goes down, it's going to be a super thing to get rewarded for. But here's the thing: if you have $10,000 invested in it and you get 100% yield per year, you're only making $10,000 extra per year. That's not enough, right? So, but if you get into something like this, let's just say NGN goes to 1 million market cap. If it goes to 1 million market cap from where it is right now, based on, Jesus Christ, I don't even know what the math is. I think we could look at it, right? Yeah. So trade. Okay. So if I do max here, it's at 0.46. So I have about a half ETH, right? So we're going to call that $800, right? So I have $800. So if it goes to 1 million market cap, that would be 8,000. If it goes to 10 million market cap, that would be 80,000. So if this goes to a 10 million market cap and I've staked $80,000 and I get a 100% return on that, that's 80 grand. So that's the whole idea. Like that's what I want to do is find a token, get in early, create some value, create some situation in which I'm holding a bag that gives me a good amount of recurring revenue and something that pays me every month. Like for example, not to get off this, but BRL, if you go over to BRL and you go into the staking on BRL, connect your wallet, and then you go into staking, and it tells you how much you've made, right? I made $42. I made $40 the last time too. So I've made $80 off of it. Now I put 2 ETH in, so I'm not up when it comes to how much I'm taking out. And I still have like 28.84 that I never staked, but there's another $80, right? I've made $80 off of it. And the APR right now is about 35%. Now, if I had 100 grand in it, then the APR of 34% would pay me, was at $348,000 per year. And if it were working that way and the value was there and all of this were there, then this thing could go crazy. And then the amount and the value of what I'm earning every day would start to go up and up and up and up and up. So that's, that would be kind of the dream scenario. So that's what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to get into these tokens now that do this kind of stuff. So, and by the way, when you're selling and you get 30%, it's a 30% tax. Like, guys, this is not the moment to sell. Hold on to this stuff. Time it. By the way, if you want to know exactly when, I mean, you got to look at the launch here, right? 15, 18, and 23 seconds. So tomorrow at 3:18 and 23 seconds, that 30% tax goes away. Sell then. You know what I mean? Like just let it ride for right now. Don't lose your. I mean, if you make money, you make money, right? But really. I don't like giving away money, but you know what? Here's the thing. For everybody that's selling, I think there's something here that everybody should kind of remember about. Oh, I see. The deal here. The deal here. It doesn't matter whether you buy or sell, right? Whether you buy, whether you sell, it's all getting taxed, right? Which means that whether you ape in or ape out, the team, the project is collecting taxes. That's why you don't want to leave at this point. You don't just want to give them an extra 30%, right? Because if you give them, let's say that we exit 20 ETH, right? You just gave them 6 ETH. You know what I mean? Like. Hold on to your money so that it's, because when you exit 20 ETH, that would be 2 ETH that you would be giving up because it's 10%, right? But giving up 30%, right now you're giving up 40%, but giving up 30%, there's no reason for that. Like don't do that. That's it. And you can do it if you want to, but I'm just saying, like that's nonsense to me. So, but anyway, setting up, and by the way, just so you guys know, the reason that, and I don't know if anybody ever wants to take credit for it, but the reason that I talk about this like this is because of Ponzi Slayer. He has been adamant about recurring revenue. and how important getting into a project, getting a letting something, you know, run up and then staking it when it has some good value, and then just allowing that money to work for you, and then just being able to cash out as you go along, or to earn more yield, or for things, you know, just to get into a project that's allowing you to earn more. And then, you know, if you're getting more tokens, you can sell the tokens. If you're getting, no matter what it is that you're getting, then you have the opportunity to earn better. So, and, you know, to be fair, like now we're dealing with real money in a lot of these. So what you're dealing with real APYs. You're not dealing with those fake APYs. Like, remember when some of these tokens were coming out and they were like, we'll give you 10,000 APY. None of those tokens are out there anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that was just absolutely crazy. Hey, what's up, Crow? Yeah, what's up, Type Crow? I appreciate you for stopping in. I'm partnered with Crow, so we do cover Crow when we have news. We haven't had any news in the last day or two. The last thing that we had for the Crow Army was the inclusion of 5 tokens for the recurring buy campaign. And that was, and we did a video on it the other day, it was KDA, 1 Iotics, CHR, and Aptos. So each one of those is now and can now be set up for recurring buys. And so just waiting for, we did some technical analysis on the charts. You know what? Matter of fact, Crow was one of them that cut their APY very early. If you guys remember, they used to give away a lot more than they're giving away right now. But they realized you just can't give money. You just can't give too much money away when you don't have money, because this stuff is real money, you know? So, I am the crazy dude, by the way, that, you know what? Let's go look at the Crow chart, because what I see from there is just insane. Okay, so this is what we talked about here for any Crow fans. So this is, and I got to get to the day. Jesus Christ, I was on hour. So over the last 2.5 years here, while all of this has been happening, we had this initial pump, and then of course we had the dump, and that dump comes with every token that has a big launch like that, right? And then we've had this move right here. So for since this first hit right here in November of 2019, all the way to today, so it's 4 years. So in 4 years, we have literally created an actual working channel from which we've hit up, we've hit down, up, down, up, down. I want to say that that's a hit, but you know, it really didn't go all the way down. It basically kind of, if you grant me here that this is probably the heart line, the middle of everything, then you kind of see here that it just kind of banged around the heart line here, and then went back up, and it came back down to the heart line, and it came back up. It was in a bullish mode. I mean, it's crypto.com, for God's sakes, you know. But then it crashed back down here, and you can see here 4 years later. This is 4 years later. It respected those lines, and it stayed in that position, right? So that tells me that this right here, just like over here, is probably going to spike up at some point, and we're going to end up in these zones. Now, you can make an argument that this and this right here, these two lines are the actual lines. So consider that in 2024, at the end of 2024, I think this is, I forgot what day I made it. This is the end of 2024. At the end of 2024, we could see a $9 or $10 Crow token. Now, if it respects this line that's gone from here, 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 and we've bounced off of that 4 times, then that means that if we do this, let's say the middle of 2020, if we do it in January of 2024, if we hit that line, $17 Crow. And if we get all the way to the end over here, $61 Crow. Now, then we have to do the math on what would it take financially to hit a $61 Crow. And the money probably doesn't exist in the market at this point for it. So we're in the 30s here. So we're talking about 8 cents, 2 billion market cap. So to get to 60 is, we're going to call that almost 1,000x. So that's a 2 trillion market cap. So that's undoable. But what is doable, though, is 100x, putting this at a $200 billion market cap, right? And that is something that Ethereum is not at, but that Ethereum has been at, that BNB has been at. There's many tokens out here that have had $200 billion market cap. So it's not untoward to say that Crow would have a $200 billion market cap at some point, meaning an $8 Crow token. Now, take that as knowledge and then come back over here. And where does this thing say it's going to go? Well, about $8, $8 or $9. So it makes perfect sense to say that at some point, this bouncing around is going to end up on this trend line right here. So this spot right here is probably the one. And it makes perfect sense that at 200 billion market cap right there, we're at $8 or $9, because that is exactly what we should be at if this market goes to, let's say, a 5 trillion market cap at the end of 2024, as we hit that bull run and as we get started on those big runs. So that's the math of it, and that's the logic behind it. And I think it's solid, by the way. This right here, even though this really looks good, that feels like pie in the sky. Like, that feels just out of control. You would really have to significantly reduce the number of Crow tokens by a drastic amount. And then that heart line, you're probably going to bounce around this heart line a lot as we make our way up. And that's going to be in the $1 and $2 range, as you can see, as I'm coming up here, all the way up to about $3 at this time. So if your 8-cent token just barely makes the heart line, and we're doing it based on this whole thing, right? But if it gets there, it's $2. So that's 10x, 30. It's about 30x. So, worst case scenario, you're looking at 30x on your Crow tokens. That's only a 60 billion market cap. So, yeah, I mean, some of the numbers that I'm giving you are just kind of crazy, but they do play out that way. They do play out. So, yeah, I mean, that's significant. It's not that's not crazy. You know what I mean? So, all right. So now, if you're in NGN, the next question is, well, what's next? Now we got to go out and find new investors. That's the whole idea at this point. Is you got to go out there and you got to start finding new investors. I'm going to do this live stream for a little bit. I got to go in a few minutes. I just wanted to pop in here, talk to you guys, and then we got to find some, where the money at, and start getting some people in here, start getting some enthusiasm. There is an enthusiastic chat, by the way. So it's been pretty lively so far. So you go check that out, and yeah. Looks like a few small buys along the way, but it is slowing down. We are at the spot in the evening. People are going to be looking at new pairs, and they'll be looking for moves. They're going to come in, they're going to see this, and they're going to say, you know what, I wonder what's next. And then we haven't seen, by the way, because of the tax, we have not seen a retracement. So there's not a whole lot that you can do here. This is what it looks like at this moment. So you're going to expect this retracement down here to about 7 cents. Maybe you get a retracement down here to like 4.8 cents, or maybe you get what the normal dip would be here at like about 8.084, 0.85 cents, and then you start to get that next level move, which takes it up a notch. But what we have to do right now, we get a few more people in, we'll get some investors coming in, but what we have to do at this point is have a little patience, await that 24 hours, let people then decide, buy and sell what they want to do. And then from there, then we'll start to make some moves, and then we'll see, how this goes. And then we'll start to see a little bit of the plan unfold, and we'll start to see, what they've got going on. So yeah. Guys, help me spend money. I can't find NGN on Uniswap. Yeah, let's, I will give you the contract address, and you can do that. The contract address is right there. D Trent, the contract address is in the chat now, so you can check that out. Do your own research, by the way. Go check the white paper. Decide if this is for you, if this is what you want to do. There's no 40% tax to buy. It's a 40% tax on the sale. So it's 10% buy and 10% sell, except for the first 24 hours, there's an additional 30% exit tax. So, but yeah, go buy on VoltaChange as opposed to Uniswap, because you want to burn some tokens along the way, and that would be pretty sweet. Am I looking into any AI coin? Not, I was not directly looking at them, but they've been coming to me. There's Neuron and a couple of other ones that are popping up on my radar, just like in the last couple of days, because that ChatGPT is driving everybody crazy. So, so yeah, it's it's one of those things where you're just like, wow, you're gonna have to embrace it. By the way, let me show you. Let me show you what I used for ChatGPT, and all I did was read a script. Like that's all it was. And if you go over here and check this out, I did a short. Right here, it's got 1,367 views. Not a huge amount, but I'm gonna play it for you real quick. And this is exactly what it was. Actually, you can't hear it. I forgot about that. So we're going to pop that in there. So if you want to go check that out, what I did was I said, write me a script for a 30-second, write me a script for a 30-second, for a 30-second why Bitcoin is better than gold. And that word for word is what ChatGPT put in there. I think I put some ad lib at the beginning or at the end or something like that. But generally speaking, that is exactly what ChatGPT came out with. And what's cool is, if you wanted to, you could say here, for example, ChatGPT. So we're going to do this. I guess I got to log in. Okay, so log in. Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay, write me a script for a 1-minute YouTube short describing why Shiba Inu is better than Ethereum. Okay? Write me a script for a 1-minute YouTube short describing why Shiba Inu is better than Ethereum. So here we go. Narrator: Shiba Inu, the new cryptocurrency on the block, is quickly becoming a favorite among investors. But why is it better than Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap? First, Shiba Inu has a much lower supply than Ethereum, making it more scarce and thus potentially more valuable. Second, Shiba Inu is faster and cheaper to transact with. Its blockchain technology allows for faster transaction speeds and lower fees, making it a more efficient choice for investors and users. Third, Shiba Inu has a strong community backing it, with support from major players in the crypto spaces. This gives it a solid foundation for growth and long-term success. So if you're looking to invest in a cryptocurrency with strong potential growth, consider Shiba Inu. With its lower supply, faster transactions, and strong community support, it's a smart choice for an investor. So, why Shiba Inu is better than Ethereum? Lower supply, faster and cheaper transactions, strong community support, and strong potential for growth. So, yeah, we're all going to be out of work pretty soon. We are all going to be out of work pretty soon. Because if ChatGPT can do that, and they do reasonably, because it's, here's the thing. There's a lot of AI out there. ChatGPT is the first one that's really conversational. You know what I mean? Like there's a few of them that are, but it's open AI that really does the conversational. So like if you go to where I get a lot of news from a place called Bloomberg, and if you go check out Bloomberg, you can start reading some of these articles and you'll get a headache like within a minute, because you'll hit, like, say Bitcoin, right? Let's see this. Bitcoin outflows reach highest since, and it's by Bloomberg. Okay, so Bitcoin outflows reach highest since FTX crash. Bullish. And now it says On-chain knowledge reveals Bitcoin exchanges have registered probably the most vital outflows because the collapse of the crypto trade FTX again in November. It makes no sense. You understand what they're saying. It says, as an analyst in a crypto quant put up identified, around 7,000 cash have left the trade on this new spike. The related indicator right here is the all exchange net flow. So what you're seeing is they're using AI and they're trying to create this article and they're trying to create this, but they're not using conversational AI. They're just using an AI that's giving you the data and giving you the information, and it's just doing its best to put it into something that you can read and something that you can use. So it's just kind of crazy, you know what I mean? So, you know, we'll end up seeing over the long run. But I mean, you know, realistically, things are going to get real crazy. And Bitcoin, by the way, is even right now, and Bitcoin is on a pump again. So not a major pump, by the way. When I say that, I'm not talking about we're on a big move. We are just, as you can see right here, I told you we got to go down to the hour chart. So I told you we got, you know, what's 3 hours to break out, right? And what do? Let's go zoom in here because we got to do that believes is always right thing. What do? We used this bottom right here for support, and now we're on our way up. Probably touch this right here, if it even does. But it'll probably keep minting along this way for a few more hours, and then somewhere here is just boom, and it's on its way. Hopefully, it's on its way. I'm in for about 10 ETH right now on an ETH trade, so I'm waiting for ETH to get, I think 1620 is probably the spot where I'm going to pull, but I think I might be, at this point, I might be pie in the skying it because I wasn't paying attention at this point right here when it hit 1620. And based on what I'm seeing, I'm probably screwed because this hit here, this hit here, this hit here. So this is obviously descending along the way. So this next pump up here, if it goes to 1617, if it goes to 1615, then I'm gonna have to consider just taking a smaller profit and just being done with it and getting out of the trade because some of it came at like 1550, some of it came at 1500. Somebody sent me some ETH at 1500 like a week ago, right in here. It was in like, it was at 1540, and then I got some at 1550 right here. So now I'm just kind of waiting for, you know, I wanted to get into an exit up at 1639, but I also heard, and then started checking out, and it looked like maybe we would take another run at 1680. So just kind of waiting for it, but the strength on Ethereum does not look good. It looks so weak. And if it looks this weak right now, I don't know what's going to look like later. So if it gets to 16, 17 again, if I get 20 more points up here on price action, then that's going to be about $700, and I will take it. And that's going to be the end of it. If not, then I'm going to stop it out somewhere between 1570 and 15. You know, I don't want right here at 1567 is probably where we're going to stop, but we'll see how it goes. Right now, Bitcoin has moved to the positive. But again, I do think that overnight we're going to start to see a little bit of movement to the upside. So I'm not put off by it yet. By the way, Bitcoin, BCB is up 31.9% again today. In case you were looking, it is now at a 12.33 million market cap. And by the way, if NGN goes to a 12.33 million market cap, then my 200 hours. Let's go see. It's 12,300,000 divided by 20,000 would be a 615x. So that would be times $116. That'd be 71,340. That wouldn't be a bad one. Now, see that would be something that would yield a pretty good return over the course of, I would think, a year, as long as it's in good fettle, you know, if it works pretty well and stuff like that. So we're probably, it's very possible that that's a $70,000 play. So you don't see me in most of the lives, but I'm always watching every day. I appreciate you, David, so much. I just wanted to show my appreciation for what you do, brother. Keep on grinding. Your channel is unrivaled. I appreciate that. I appreciate the sentiment. As we grow here, as we continue to manifest, we're going to be getting into a lot of different things. One of the the big thing obviously is Bitcoin, and I want to make strides into Bitcoin, but I'm unsure about the best algorithm. So I make videos, I do content. I hope for the best, but I did partner with crypto.com. Those videos seem to be gaining a little bit of traction. I was told to go look for somebody like Oscar Lopez and try to get into his algorithm and stuff like that, and to do some like looking around to see, how to kind of fit myself into all of these different places. And God damn it, Kenneth, that's my line. Look, nobody steals, nobody, and The Rock means nobody steals The Rock's lines. The Rock does the line stealing, okay? Didn't somebody say that at one time? Somebody did, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's I use that one a lot. But anyway, so yeah, I appreciate that. I there's a lot about YouTube that I'm learning as I go. There's a lot about all of this stuff that I'm learning as I go, and I hope, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters to me is that I give you information that helps you to be a better investor, that you are better today than you were yesterday, and that you keep improving, and that you keep getting better, and that I keep getting better for you. And then, we see how it goes. So yeah, with that, I got to go because it is about time for me. I got about 10 minutes. I'm going to get on this. I'm going to get on another stream with Game Bangers. We're going to be talking some Volt Inu because it is time to vote. I'm using StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard. I got the pro version, whatever it is. So we can do up to 12 people on stream. We can do the collabs and all that kind of stuff here. But OBS software, I used it for a while, but man, I got too deep in the woods. I was doing transitions and fades and stuff like that. And I was doing it, by the way, Type Crow, because I was doing it in pre-recorded. And then for pre-recorded, I really didn't need it. StreamYard seems to be working better for me even for streaming, because then I can just pull it out and import it into. I use Wondershare Fillmore, which makes it so easy to do this. Like I can just pop in a video, adjust the volumes a little bit. I can put a filter over it to make it look a little darker or lighter, or mess with the color. And then I've got the Elgato Face Cam, which has a great picture, by the way. The face notwithstanding, it's obviously a clear face, and you can see everything pretty well. So the tools I think are fairly decent. This is fairly new. I'm not a big fan of the headset yet, but I've got the Hypercast, the Hydro X Quadcast, or the Hyper X Quadcast, and it's the one that changes colors on the screen. But the way I have everything set up, it's on a stand right here, and you don't see the stand. So what's the purpose of having a colored microphone? You know what I mean? I do have a thing where I can put it up and have the microphone hanging and stuff like that. But this is not a permanent space. I just come here and bring my laptop and just kind of chill out and do this, which is why I got the background going. It's really just a white wall with some lights in the background, and it's an unfinished light set, So, it does not make it simple. You would think that it made it simple, but there's so many different variables on this, because when you pop into the audio, you have steel sonar microphone, you have steel sonar microphone, communication steel sonar microphone, default steel series sonar microphone, and then you have jack mic real audio, and each one of them sound different. And then you go into the steel series, and you start messing with the settings in there, and that changes everything again. So, you know what? Let's just go with it like it is. But anyway, guys, this is not financial advice. My name's Bleeves. I am always right. We're going to talk to you guys again very soon. I'm going to play the outro right now because everybody needs to get a little sideways. And if you haven't already, go to Game Bangers. I'm going to be on there talking about Volt.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I want to be shining like diamonds and pearls. I'm wanting you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, baby, we can have